Welcome back to the 5K series, guys. This is a very special show brought to you by First Home Mortgage and the Elmendorf team. Thank you for your support of COD Esports. Today has been a phenomenal tournament. Not only did we have X Games team implications deciding which teams will secure the top 5 spots according to the pro points, some serious prize money, over $9,000 in this tournament. 500 has gone to EG as well as FaZe Red. But now this matchup is going to determine who's going to walk away with 5,800 and who's going to walk away with 2,400. A huge matchup for an online tournament, and so far, FaZe Black has looked flawless, taking out the #1 seed EG, now one game away from the sweep over OpTic Gaming. Scott, you called the 3-0 before this match started. You just had a feeling. I think everyone is showing up.
I think he's disappointed too. I think he just said FaZe Black. I think he was rooting for FaZe Black.
I heard him say that, and I saw your face, and I was like,
yeah, I see. I think he was just teasing me there. I see what you're doing, Chris.
I think he's taking a joke.
I see what you're doing.
Curse Black.
I think there's some days where players just feel it, and granted it is on the Xbox 360, but nonetheless, I mean, Curse Black just, when you beat EG and Envy, you have my seal of approval for the day.
They're going for all 3. They're going for the top 3 from COD Championships with this win.
I think it's hard to argue it's not kind of a combination. I think it's a combination of the 4 of them playing well, combination of the ability, the maybe better communication kind of at a team house, which I don't know, if this continues to be a result and you're seeing these 4 people together at different houses that really start to do really well, I'm sure that's going to become very much more popular than it already is becoming. But yeah, I just think it's a combination from a hot day from these 4, and also obviously having that host advantage is a big part of it.
Well, they haven't had a host.
That's what I was about to follow with. I mean, they haven't had host here, so is it just a communication advantage, or are they just playing that much better than everyone?
I picture Benson in there with pots and pans, just
banging him around,
hyping him up.
The UK just won the World Cup.
See, I think he's over there drawing X's and O's on like a giant dry erase board.
I don't think he's smart enough for that.
Yeah, probably not.
I don't know if he could reach like the. He's a little guy.
Who, Ben?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's about yay high.
Tears little suit jacket. He's 6 foot. Come on. Poor Ben, you're not that tall. Sorry. 5'11", almost. But that S&D gameplay, I felt like I was watching one of the smartest teams in the world. They never had a bad engagement from what I saw, and when they were an opportunity to seal the deal by just kind of rushing as a team, they played for the time. They're like, we'll give you 1 death, and then we're going to have 1 more guy able to check the bomb. We're never giving you a 2-for-1 opportunity. What do you get?
Sorry, we're looking at the tweets here from the players that have played against Curse Black, and
Scope is so funny.
Scump just said, "Dude, they're shooting earthquakes."
I don't know how you even do that, but that would be a terrifying superhero.
That is hilarious. But yeah, there's a conversation going on right now, kind of about this run Curse Black is making. But regardless of what they're doing, when a team that's not expected to do this well does this well, there's always going to be tweets from the top players. So you fully expect that, but props to these guys as they're on a roll.
Yeah, and this is not Curse Black's host. This is
that's what's funny. I mean, as far as we know, you said it was Nate Shot did the invite. So
yeah, it's 1, 2, 3.
They've ripped off 2 straight on OpTic's host. So despite what everyone's saying, maybe what happened in early rounds, they're getting it done off host in the finals.
Boom.
They love to take forever to start games too.
Yeah,
they're really building up the dramatic experience.
Making a nice case of Dylan.
Oh.
They are doing a phenomenal job of extending the show. Hope you guys are enjoying your Mother's Day. It is now 11:20 here on the East Coast. Happy Mother's Day to Linda Puckett, who's been tuning in all day long with my niece and nephew. Scott, how's your mom doing today?
She's doing good. I woke up, gave her a call. I bought her a mug from Niagara Falls that said her name on it.
Whoa.
Haven't mailed that yet, though. So, she's doing good, though.
Took a photo. I like that.
Yeah. What did you do for your mother, Maeve?
I called my mother and said Happy Mother's Day. Told her I was going to be casting all day and our conversation would be short and that I loved her.
We are terrible children.
I'm good.
Scott bought a present and didn't mail it to her. None of us got cards.
We can't get nice gifts or cards. We're casters. We don't have any money, Chris.
Yeah, dude.
Very true.
Maven and I are over here counting quarters to survive.
Yeah. Doing laundry is difficult.
One of us can choose to drive during the week. The other one can't.
All right. Well, here we go. After
Story
delay
time
there.
after the show, guys. Story time after the show. I like that. Blitz freight. Sorry to cut you off, Maven.
No, you're good, Chris. Your voice is like that of an angel, and I'm ready to get started here.
Is Scott the good driver, Maven?
No, we both can do it. Scott just drives mostly now because he broke my car. So.
Yeah, I
Impressive.
ripped the handle off.
Yeah.
So
You're too strong.
when you're strong, you're strong. You know
Speaking
what I
of
mean?
strong, this Cursed Black squad looking tough. Right now, they have 7 people on their team. All right, here is Cursed Black. Looking through the lineups, we got Burns off, going with Vector, Enable, Vector, Tipsy, Vector. On the other side, it looks like Mochila will be switching over momentarily. Also, the 4th Vector. OpTic Gaming, 1 MTAR, make it 2. Does that mean anything?
Not necessarily, no. It really comes down to preference, but I'm 4 vectors here from Cursed Black.
And
All
a
red
smoke
dots,
and a
which is
Semtex from Tipsy.
This is going to be, I'll tell you what, I would be just blown away if in the finals right now they rip off 3-0 on all 3 OpTics hosts. Like that, I got to think OpTic's going to step it up here for this blitz.
They have to.
We kind of talked about the host advantage for this game type being, I guess, kind of the greatest here. So we'll see how this one plays out, but we are off the break now. And just looking at the early movements here, we have, one going to red. Who you start off with here, Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to watch this Curse squad. They're up 2-0. Can they close it out? On board with Burns for the moment. He's on this left side. Not going to work out for him. Enable and Mochila, though, getting the first 2 kills.
Yeah, and Mochila just kind of pushed inside of red, and he just kind of sat here and baited. They're playing very, very slow for a blitz. Normally see it's just a bunch of run and gun, and just like that, OpTic Gaming comes out hot.
So, last man standing, Enable needs to play base defense. His front door not open yet. They just opened up fire, so he'll rotate back, cover that. His teammates got to take care of business. Mochila on the flank, and Burns can't get there either. Enable gets a kill up top, but not down low, and it'll be 1-0 OpTic Gaming.
And yeah, that was a nice rotation on top though for Enable. He at least kind of stopped the bleeding there as they were able to get in one. But it's going to be defense now for OpTic, because you can see by the minimap, there's flooding in here. Enable, there's 3 players basically on OpTic's side right now. If they get set up here, they're really going to be able to rally.
Enable waiting to go through. That timer counting down. He'll go through. Now Mochila set up. You got, I believe that's Burns pushing from the front as well. Mochila finally goes down. Base is clear after OpTic scored 3-3 after 90 seconds.
That was insane that Burns was able to do that. And OpTic had 1 sneaker there, and then they were able to get 2 sneakers in. But, the Cursed Black squad definitely has earned all 3 of their caps with gunfights.
Yeah, I didn't see when they had all that pressure from Cursed Black, the second cap I didn't see where the 3rd came from OpTic.
Or that one for that matter.
Yeah, great job is that they're able to keep this close despite basically the entire Cursed Black team being inside of beer for a while there. But that's going to be 3 down here for OpTic. So we're definitely going to see a push across. It was a nice 2-piece for Enable. They're going to punch 1 in. Enable's going to try and get set up inside of beer here and allow his players to move forward.
Yeah.
I'm on board with Tipsy while Enable's doing the business in the front. Tipsy's been spawn killing in the back end. There's another capture. Enable goes down, but not before capping. And look at this score, guys. It was 2-3. Now it is 6-3 in favor of Cursed Black. Make it 7-3. They're continuing to pile into beer.
Well, they're putting on a clinic at their base. I mean, every time they've scored, it's been in bunches. I think it was, 3 in a row, then 4 in a row, basically, just from all the pressure they're putting on OpTic. So really, really good job from these guys. Wow. That's 3 down again for OpTic. Mochila picks up 1. Burns off picks up 2. Make that 2 for Mochila as well. OpTic players are dropping like flies.
Oh, my God.
Fire from Mochila. He goes through again.
This is getting ugly. If you look, I mean, they're always at least sending 1 guy into white, but it's really been 2 guys pushing crate side, the far left side, with only 1 guy going through the front the entire time. And it's just been a bait and switch ever since, and it forces them to spawn back white.
And really, that's something I've seen out of TK quite a bit, trying to go for that left spawn trap with Goonjar getting up top freight. Burns off has been running that direction with Enable quite a bit, and Mochila seems to be just kind of that sweeper. He can go from left, right, or middle, wherever he's needed.
Yeah, and Mochila has one here. Will he make it two? Nope, but Tipsy needs to play a little bit of base D here as his teammate cleans him up, and OpTic Gaming's attempt gets thwarted again.
Yeah, this has been all Curse Black, and I mean, we can say that pretty much for all the games we've watched of them. They've just been absolutely dominating. And for those of you that might just be tuning in or tuning in at home, all of this bit has been so far on OpTic's host. So just really, really great play today out of Curse Black as we're getting down to the final 60 seconds. Still a 5-cap lead here for Curse Black, as I'm not sure who you're checking out right now, but we saw Mochila get a kill, and just really good all-around effort from Curse Black.
Yeah, feel free to call out the names. I'll switch to them. I've just been switching through everyone from Curse Black here as they die, bringing up a new one.
Buddy.
Yeah, that's basically exactly what we've been watching, is they just continue to kind of mow it.
Mochila three-piece.
God, Mochila just shredded through all of OpTic, and now he's going to be able to get this front door open as his team lunges forward. They got that back right spawn, so if he can get through this door in a hurry, he should have an easy cap. Wow. And yes, he will punch in another.
17-7 for Mochila.
He's their AR, and he's running that sub with the red dot and looking very, very comfortable.
Well, that's what we always said. The easiest transition is that vector with the red dot. If you run an AR, and Mochila almost got that guy too. And notice how they always have like one guy just check at the base just in case Nadeshot's sneaking around.
Tips with a 3-piece now. And yeah, this is just, I can't wait till this time runs out so I can take a look at the numbers here. But they are plus, 4, 6, 10. They're plus 16 in kills. And what did the final tally end up being? Plus 6 in caps as well? Yeah, so 16 kills, 6 caps. Complete and utter control there out of the Curse Black side. And what was it, Puckett? Was you saying that some of the players actually say they like the other attack? So now they're switching to what some think is the stronger side.
Yeah, Miracles was saying that he much prefers to attack from this direction. So, man, I have no idea what to say. OpTic Gaming, not used to getting brutalized like this.
They only have a total of 31 kills, too, which is very unusual because they normally bring the noise at least a little bit here on this game type. And Tipsy's going to, oh, my God, I can't believe he stopped Nadeshot there. And, dude, Tips is crushing. And they got a score already. What has happened?
Yeah, you saw Proofy go through as well, though, so keeping it within 6 points. But OpTic Gaming, they know that they need to make the most out of every opportunity. They can't let any more players in, and right now there's one set up to jump in. There he goes.
Yeah, and I just don't know what has changed so much. And again, I understand that it's online, but this isn't just because online. Like, they are really just completely controlling the tempo, the slang, everything you want to talk about is all Curse Black right now. And as we get through the first minute of this second side, they're leading by 7.
Now, did you guys commentate the Envy Curse Black match at UGC?
I think Alex and Scott did. I was doing the OpTic Nation match on the side station.
Yeah.
Did they look anything like the squad we're watching right now? Because Mochila's 20-9. Everyone's positive.
Spurts, but for the most part, I mean, the Search and Destroy they won, it was really just like a godlike game on a Tipsy. I mean, he was like 15 and like 4, something just insane.
Something wild.
And then I think what did they win? The Dom next, I believe. So nothing like this. I never saw anything like this.
Well, that's what I think I said earlier today. Like the ceiling for them is huge. Like, they have a ton of skill on their squad. They just have been kind of inconsistent. But today, more the model of consistency is they continue to crush. But one more does get punched in for OpTic, so it is only a 6-point deficit now. But then again, we're nearing that halfway point through this side, so they have enough time, but time is definitely not on the side of OpTic Gaming.
I have to say, I was pretty impressed by Clayster's little run there in the middle. Meanwhile, his teammates trying to take advantage of that. Big distraction by Nadeshot down the center. Meanwhile, you're going to have one player pushing on Freight. Proofy's coming in for the capture. Now Proofy's going to wait for the relay. OpTic Gaming starting to get their stuff together, but as you said, time against them. 2:30 left on the clock. Nadeshot knows they got to keep up this tempo.
Yeah, and they really, you can just tell by the scoreboard here that they've really picked up their slang. They started winning their individual battles just a little bit more. And now the last thing you want is to see 3-4 dead on OpTic Gaming squad here. And now we're going to see Curse Black should be delivering yet another cap, and Mochila is set up in a very, very good position, even though he's going to be taken down immediately.
Well, Mochila goes down on that left side, and Naval is set up on the opposite end. Both finally done. OpTic can push forward, but 13-7, 6-point differential. Curse Black they can taste it. $5,800 on the line for first place here.
Yeah, I just don't know how OpTic Game's going to come back from this. There's a bit of time left, but I don't know how many different ways I can say it. Curse Black just looks so strong. And Machilla, God, that was terrifying. And they actually did a pretty good job of breaking out of that. Like you said, Chris, when they had Machilla and Enable kind of those back corners there.
Yeah, that was scary.
I thought OpTic was in for a world of pain, but they actually did break out of that pretty competently.
They bring it within 5. You got Clayster pushing up on the right side, Nadeshot pushing middle. You also have Scumpy here to support. Big win here from Clayster. He goes through, gets the cap, brings it within 4. No one in their base either. 2 players set up to recap for OpTic Gaming.
Yeah, and Nadeshot doing an excellent job here. He's going to get yet another cap. And as you can take a look at the mini-map here, you're seeing as Curse just has decided to not overextend at all and really just try to control their base. And Scump should be able to get another cap here. Now it's within 2. We got ourselves a blitz game here, boys.
Yeah, this just went... to flood in there. Like you said, typically you like to see at least one player try to leak out there and get a cap. It looks like Tipsy is going to be the one doing that, but he has to win this.
And Tipsy will go through. Unfortunately, he is stopped by the spawners. You're going to watch Enable here in the final moments. 40 seconds left. 2-point game. Plenty of time still for OpTic Gaming, but they got to make a successful push on one side or the other. Enable shuts down the right. His teammate Mochila shuts down the left. And we will get Gandhi and Maven here back in just a second. Final 24 seconds. Another capture here from Curse. Big defensive kills by Enable within the OpTic base. OpTic continuing to score, but Enable knows all they got to do is trade at this point, and they have done it. Curse Black has taken out OpTic Gaming 3 games to none in the grand finals to become our 5K champions. They will take home $5,800. OpTic Gaming, a strong second place, will walk away with $2,400. But what a performance here from Curse Black. Burns off, Mochila, Tipsy, and Enable doing the impossible, the improbable. Incredible tournament from these young players. Just 22 years old. Their captain burns off. Everyone else younger than that. Let's take a look at the road here for Curse Black. It has been a long day, and in the final rounds, they have taken out the 3 top teams in the world. Here they go, starting against Bullcuts 5K, the 52 seed. Win that. Next, it's Carnage, a very strong online squad. Curse Black taking them down. Next, it was Envy. A 2-1 victory in Blitz is going to advance them to face off against Curse Orange. 3-0 over Curse Orange. 3-1 against EG, the #1 team in the world. And then facing off against OpTic Gaming in the grand finals. They take it with a 3-0. Here's a look at the roster one more time. Burns playing with Tipsy, Mochila, and Enable. All players not necessarily putting up the most kills, but playing their role perfectly in that final game of Blitz. Burns with another 5 kills, or 5 captures. 5 to Mochila. He went 26 and 18 in that final game. Definitely the MVP. Tipsy and Enable also putting in the caps. You saw fantastic teamwork during Search and Destroy and domination. They made it look easy on the first side of Octane before battling back against OpTic and keeping it close to take game #1. A 3-0 sweep. None of us saw this coming except for Scott. Scott said, I don't know why I'm feeling the 3-0. Maven and I thought it would be OpTic. OpTic, he had it going 3-1. I had Curse Black taking it in game 5. It didn't get there. Curse Black, your champions tonight. Ron, are the boys gone for the evening? All right, unfortunately, we cannot get Maven and Gandhi on for their final thoughts, but want to say big thank you to those guys and big work that they're doing over in the UGC studios. You can watch them casting the league matches. Curse Black will be playing some of those league matches today, or excuse me, starting tomorrow and throughout the rest of the week. But today's show is over. $5,800 to your champions, Curse Black. OpTic Gaming, second place on the day with $2,390. Third place, we have 2 teams, FaZe Red as well as EG, both walking away with $500. When it comes to pro points, FaZe Black took down Strictly Business, but was quickly eliminated by EG. EG saving the day for Strictly Business, as it looks like our top 5 squads in terms of pro points coming in should be the same 5. We'll see at the X Games Tuesday. We'll give you the official rundown of who came out on top of the pro points. what are the seeds heading into the X Games, and what we can expect between now and June 4th. Thank you all for tuning in to tonight's 5K series. If you enjoyed it, go thank Rick and the rest of the Elmendorf team, as well as First Home Mortgage on Twitter for me. We will see you tomorrow with the ESR covering all the matches you may have missed, 4 p.m. Eastern on MLG.tv/ESR. I'm Chris Puckett. Have a happy evening. Tell your mothers you'll love them, as we are down to the last 40 minutes of Mother's Day here on the East Coast. Have a good one. See you tomorrow.